Hi guys, welcome to MindMint discussions. This is Sakshi.
And I'm Rashi. So we know that we are very late in posting the video interview, but we are back again. So today we are going to meet one of the hotshot mentors in the field of project management professional certification, Mr. Varun Anand, who lives in New York and is a successful entrepreneur and is guiding a number of students around the globe in clearing the PMP certification in the first attempt. So Sakshi, what this certification is about?
Yeah, so this certification is a very popular certification across the globe, and many students or many professionals I have heard that fail it in the first attempt. So I think almost 40% of people cannot pass this certification in the first attempt. So that's why we are bringing this video to help you guys.
Oh, is it really like 40%?
Yeah, it's very astonishing and it's very tough certification to pass.
Yeah, I believe so. It's really tough, I think. So not tough, I would say it's the effort that it takes and the path and the preparation
Yeah.
is tricky, you know. So in this video, we'll be going to tell you about what do you need for the profile creation, the background that you need for taking the PMP exam, and the time required for the preparation. And this certification is really helping a lot of students in going to the lead positions at a very early stage in their career. And yeah,
So please watch the video till the end, because in the end Mr. Varun will be discussing the step-by-step process of PMP certification. So it's very beneficial for you.
yeah, so let's begin with Mr. Varun.
Okay. So hello Varun.
Hello, how are you?
We are good. How about you?
I'm doing good as well, thank you.
So as we all know, you are doing a great job in guiding people for the PMP certification, and the certification is very difficult to pass that certification in one go. So
Absolutely.
there are many good reviews that we have heard about you and checked on the EduHubSpot. So yeah, that's amazing.
I think I'm glad you have heard some good reviews about it. I think it's all about, I'm very passionate about what I do. And more importantly is that I'll tell you a story. You know, I've been a PMP auditor as such. When I say a PMP auditor, what does it mean is that, you know, a lot of companies, they used to invite me and audit their PMP trainers and give them feedback that, you know, how they are doing. One of the problem which I have mostly seen in the trainers was that, you know, they used to give those 4 days of training, but after that there was no follow-up. They got their salary, they got their money, and now they are no longer interested in the success for the student. And that is where I thought that, you know, this is the opportunity, and the person really wants this PMP training when they are doing their self-study. The personalization factor really helps a lot. So you talk to someone, you know, and somebody can assure you who has done this multiple times, and somebody telling you that it's okay. You know, it's just be don't worry about it. I think that really helps. That's how it is.
That's true. Like guiding them through the journey, like you are traveling that journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it. Exactly. I feel like sometimes that, you know, I'm giving the PMP exam along with my students.
Like we've seen your website, EduHubSpot. So like what all certifications you give training in apart from PMP, we know, and like are there like different mentors for each and every like certification? What can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So we provide the PMP. We provide PMI-ACP. ACP is the Agile Certified Practitioner. Another very famous, I would say, certification. These days, it's all about Agile.
Yeah.
Everything, every industry where you're working in, it's moving Agile. So PMI-ACP is the most recognized, I would say, and most popular one. There are other Agile certifications also, but ACP is the one which covers all about the Agile. Like you have Kanban, you have Scrum, you have Lean. So, but that is something which is taken care by another instructor, Nidhi. She's very good in this. So she was actually my mentor also when, you know, she taught me about ACP. Then we have Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, Black Belt, Green Belt. Those certifications are there. Then we have ITIL. If you are into customer support, if you want to do that kind of role, then ITIL is there. Then Prince 2. So PMP is more popular. I would say Prince 2 is more popular in European countries, but any other European country like Canada, like US, India, you know, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, or PMP is the most popular one. So we provide Prince 2 as well, and PMP, of course. And of course, CAPM is actually CAPM. CAPM is like, I would say, the smaller version of PMP, more direct questions, and PMP is more scenario based and more difficult kind of questions. But yes, we do provide CAPM as well.
Okay. So before like going much into the certification like PMP, we just want to ask you what is the profile requirement, the basic profile requirement for PMP?
So for PMP, there are two requirements as such, like in order to sit for the exam. First is about the 35 contact hours, which is like you need 35 hours of formal education. So a person like me who has a institute, like we are a registered education provider with PMI, kind of in future the name would change to authorized training partner. They can give those. There are other people, there are other companies they can give it to. But again, if you want quality content, you should always stick to RAP/ATP. That's first piece. Other requirement is from the profile standpoint. Anyone who has minimum 3 years of managerial experience can go for PMP. When they say managerial experience, that does not mean your title should be project manager. If you are leading projects end to end, then it's like you are eligible for that. 3 years, 4,500 hours approximately.
Okay.
For when we fill in PMP exam, I think we have to like build a profile before it. So should the person be using like the PMBOK terminology or any or his or her experience while building a profile?
When you say profile, are you talking about the application side?
Yeah, the application side.
Okay. Yes. So again, it's not necessarily specific like that you have to use the PMBOK terminology. No, I'm not saying that. However, it is better if you try to, explain your work experience the way you explain your process groups. Basically, initiation, planning, execution, monetary control, and closing aspect. So if you do around those things, then I would say that it's good.
Okay.
So like if the candidate or the person is from a non-project based industry like manufacturing industries, so doing the PMP is recommended or like you
absolutely.
told about CAPM?
No, absolutely. See, PMP is not very specific to one industry type. Like if you say manufacturing, you manage projects in manufacturing also, right? All the time. So you can do PMP in manufacturing also. In fact, you will be surprised to know the kind of industries I have taught with. Like one time I actually taught a NASA scientist. Like, so he was my student, right? So someone like him, he took the classes from me, he cleared his PMP. But yeah, that's right. So it could be someone like, as absurd like NASA scientist, or someone in biotechnology, someone in construction, information technology, of course, manufacturing all the time. These days I'm seeing your power and water, those kind of industries are also into it. So everyone who is managing projects, PMP is the go-to for them.
So basically, if you want to go for a management side, PMP is
that's
good
your
for any
must. Exactly.
So if a person has like 3 years of experience and 1 year he was in some junior roles or something like that, and 2 years he was in leading some projects, like, so he has some partial experience of leading projects, and
then it is not applicable.
Okay.
It is not. So when you say junior project, like a junior kind of a role, if that person in that junior kind of role was leading the projects, then yes. So again, it's not dependent upon the designation. If in a junior kind of role you are leading the project, then yes, you are eligible. But if that person was not leading the project, then yes, he or she is not eligible for this.
So like, can you tell us about the step-by-step guide to follow in the PMP in general, like the overall?
Okay, so in general, step-by-step guide. Let me explain you how I do the step-by-step approach. That may give you a little bit of idea. Every person does it on your own, right? Typically what I have seen folks is go on Google, try to find some information, or go on YouTube, try to find some information, try to find some free mock test and stuff, and start doing it. Start reading PMBOK, start doing some free mock test, and that's how it starts. With me, how it works is I would initially, let's say, for instance, I have a boot camp which is coming up in next month. What I will do is I will create a step-by-step study plan for you. When I say a step-by-step study plan, what do I mean by that? It's like a homework by homework approach. So I will send you homework number 1 and I'll say, Rashi, this is your homework 1. Deadline for this is, let's say, 15th of August. By 15th of August, I want you to do these 4 things for me. Go on this link, watch these 4 videos of mine. Then open your PMBOK, read PMBOK from page 1 to 68. Then go on this link and practice these 25 chapter questions. Once you are done, you come back to me and you say that, hey Varun, I scored 60% or Varun, I scored 90%. And these are my doubts. Whatever doubts you have, I will answer those doubts to you through email. And if any particular doubt you don't understand, I will probably give you a phone call. We'll set up a phone call and talk about those. Once your homework 1 is done, we move to homework 2, then homework 3, then homework 4. So it's like a cycle which goes on and on and on. Everything is done. I work with you on your PMP application. This probably we try to do it around 1.5 months. After that, you take a live training from me, like a 4 days boot camp kind of training where you can see me, I can see you, I'll give you. And once that is done, you start doing the 4-hour exams, practice exams. And once I feel comfortable that you are ready, I'll say, okay, Rashi, just go and give the exam. Simple. So it's a step-by-step approach. A mentor is with you till the very end to make sure you pass. That's how it is.
So, what is the certification about, the PMP? So, if someone is doing PMP certification, what's the benefits of the certification?
Sure. See, I would say first of all, if you want to move into purely managerial kind of roles, project management per se, then PMP is like must.
What's the amount of time a person should give before the exam to the study material and to the preparation? So what's the timeline for the complete process? You want to ask?
Okay, so my expectation is when I start this homework and study plan process, it's around 2 hours on weekdays, couple of more hours over the weekend, and total timeline is around 2 to 3 months. So if you can, but you know what the problem, what happens is everyone has their own personal and professional life. Something or the other comes in their life. Then this 2 to 3 months period range from 2 months to 6 months to 1 year to 2 years. Yesterday, one of my students, who was my student in year 2018, she called me and she said that, Varun, now I'm ready to do PMP. I said, okay, after 2 years now you're ready. But yes, she enrolled and we started working again. Most of the times, I get people who do not pass the exam in first attempt. That's like the major audience come. That's how, because when they do initial, you want to do for, go for a training. Most of the time, what you will do is you will probably go for the brand name, because brand name, they work more towards quantity, not on quality. So, and when you talk about quantity, they'll probably offer you cheap prices and stuff, and you will probably go there. But the quality is really bad, and the person fails. Then they start doing extensive research. When they start doing extensive research, they start watching videos, they start reading the reviews, real reviews, and not like fake reviews. And then they come to me. So my majority of my audience are people who do not pass. But there are few folks who really wants to get interested in the beginning itself, who do their homework in the beginning. I get those people as well. So.
That's nice.
That's very useful content for the audience,
No, I'm glad. I hope so too.
Yeah. Doing PMP certification and how it can help them in their part to reach the management level in the industry, and how they should prepare, what timeline they should take in, and everything.
Yeah, what we have seen in Canada also, it's very important. It's one of the most important skill that you should have, I guess. If somebody wants to go.
Canada is a pretty hot spot for this.
Yeah.
I have so many students from Canada, so I know that people actually respect this certification a lot.
Yes.
I think that's from my side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay. Thank you so much for your time, and you girls are doing great. Just keep on doing it. Keep that spirit high and educate more and more people. That's all.
So guys, if you find this video really helpful, please like our video.
Yeah, and if you have any doubts regarding the profile creation or any doubts regarding the PMP certification, please drop a comment and we'll make sure that we get back to you as soon as possible. And also hit the bell icon to subscribe our channel. And so yeah, we'll get back soon.